Right, good morning everyone. Welcome to the Cryptocurrency Morning Review on Thursday the 16th of March 2023. It's currently 8:56 in the UK. I hope you're all doing well wherever you happen to be in the world right now. Thank you for stopping by. So I will just crack on. The cryptocurrency market's down 1.96% across the board. So we've got market cap of $1.08 trillion, 24-hour trading volume of $81 billion. Bitcoin dominance is still quite big. It's 44.3%. 24,661 is where Bitcoin is currently trading. It's just shy of a $500 billion market cap. Ethereum is dropped below 1700. It's currently trading at 1657. Across the top 10, it's a fairly flat day, just a few pullbacks on a number of coins. So I expect some more consolidation going into the rest of the week. There will have been some profit taking going on after the big pump on Monday. Because I imagine some people would have scooped up Bitcoin when it dropped down. I think it went to 19k off the top of my head. So there will have been people that would have been buying large amounts and just in and out taking the profits. As for the biggest rises over the last 24 hours, GMX is up 8.91%. It's not a massive token. It's not something I really know much about or invested in. BNB is doing quite well. It's up to $320, so that continues to do well. It was sub $300 rather not long ago, but there's nothing major. Like 8.66% is the biggest, which in crypto terms is fairly minuscule. Right, so let's have a quick look at the Bitcoin chart, see what's going on. So you can see we had the big pump on Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday we went for 27 grand to try and test that trend line. Didn't quite reach it. Yesterday we tested 25 again, pulled back, and again it looks like we're going for 25 grand a day. I'd expect us to consolidate in this range for a few days now. We've got we're still above the 50 and the 100, with the 50 being above the 100. That puts us in bullish territory. But like I said, there will have been some profit taking recently. Momentum has switched to positive on the histogram on the MACD. The MACD and the signal line are both that MACD line is above zero and the signal line is about to cross zero as well. So that's it's decent, for want of a better expression. There's no trading patterns. We made a lower low yesterday, but hopefully we can push up a bit further. Moving down the time frames onto the 4 hourly. Much the same thing, sort of forming a bit of a pennant there. I'll just draw that on and which way we're going to break to. So from there to, I'm said onto Ethereum because we won't move down to 4 hourly. So we could break to the upside here. There is potential for it. There is no divergence. There's across the highs, or is there? No, there's not. So yeah, it's very interesting zone. It's one to watch for me for today. I'm not going to be trading it. Down to the hourly, see if there's any day trade setups. Again, it's very much in consolidation, like holding pattern at the moment. It's just fairly flat, just it's hovering around this $25,000 level. Let me look at we're above the daily 100. We're trying to break through the hourly 50 rather. Again, the $25,000 level is proving to be problematic, but you never know. There could be some movement today. Onto Ethereum. Let's go to the daily. Much the same. It's tested that 1700 on Tuesday. It massively pushed above it, went up to nearly $1,800. We've had a big pullback yesterday, a lot of profit taken, I would imagine. We're back into this zone between $1,500 and $1,700. We tested the daily 50, bounced off it, came back down, closed around 1650 yesterday, and it looks like we wicked down and we're having a little push up, possibly testing 1700 again today. There is a bearish divergence across the highs from this high here to the new high it made there, so that's probably why the pullback occurred, other than profit taking, just talking purely technically. 4 hourly, made a low there. We are sort of slowly creeping up. We made a high there, but now it's just consolidating really. I wouldn't expect much movement over the next few days, to be honest with you. I think it's had this big push up for the week, and there's people just either they've taken the profits and now they're sitting on their hands, and people might be edging in gently, for want of a better expression. That sounded quite crude, but you know what I mean. They might be just DCAing in. XRP is an interesting one because we're still trading within, let me just flatten it down a bit, we're still trading within the 32 and 42 cent region. With the ongoing lawsuit, I wouldn't expect much movement until that's resolved, but like I keep mentioning, there is talk from a myriad of sources that this could be drawing to a close shortly, or that might be approaching summary judgment. So I wouldn't expect there to be a day trading setup there. Actually, funnily enough, a short seller's just triggered. We're below the 50 and the 100, made a little high there. We closed below it, and we've just broken through it on this candle. So I would be targeting, were I to be trading this, the trigger would have been there. Probably targeting the prior lows. So about 35 cents would be my target. Yeah, there is a potential trade, but I don't really day trade cryptocurrencies. I am going to, I have got a Bybit account. I'm going to stick a few thousand in. I might do some live day trading in there, see if it works on cryptos as well as it does on Forex, but that's for another time. VeChain is one of my major holdings, just purely based upon the fundamentals. Again, much the same with a pullback yesterday. We have had more of a sell-off than Bitcoin over the last, since the 20th of February. It's been pulling back. It's pulled down to support at 0.019. Had a pushback up with Bitcoin, reacted to the daily 50, pulled back, reacted to the daily 100 yesterday, and it's pushing back up again. I'd expect this to see its way working towards the sort of 0.025 region where this daily 50 is. If there's any more clues on the hourly, 4 hourly rather. So no, nothing of any interest there. It's making higher highs actually, so it's looking decent. We'll see how this candle closes. If we continue, it's making higher highs and higher lows. If we continue on along that trajectory, I'll expect it to reach 0.025 by the end of the week, and then it's got to deal with that resistance there at 0.026 on the hourly. I imagine it's a similar picture. It's just consolidating. I think, like I say, it's going to be a fairly, I could look alright Pratt here, but I think it's going to be a flat day. So knowing my luck, I'll get back from the gym and everything will have pumped by 50%. I'll look alright twat, but that'll be the first time I look like a twat in my life. So not especially bothered. HBAR, I'll just look at it on the daily because this is something I'm just DCAing into. It's nicely pulled back into my accumulation zone. We're still outside that parallel channel, which I'll remove at some point. Could we break through the 0.062 resistance? Possibly. It had been acting as support for a number of days, but in this sort of area, I'll just be accumulating. I see this as going to well beyond $1 in the future. So not financial advice, of course, but this is just something I'm quite heavily invested in. And let me check Solana, because obviously that's had its troubles. So it broke through this trend line, so I will remove that. That was just something that was providing support for a few days. It's reacted very nicely. It's tested it twice now, the daily 100, and it's bouncing off it. But we've got this resistance, has acted as support for quite some time at $20. Can we break through it and that can become support again and work our way back up towards, let me just condense this a bit, work our way up towards a $36 range. Let me move that to the weekly. It'll give us a clearer indication of where things are. So that trend line's been negated now. So with the sell-off, can we work our way back up to $36? So between this high here, this low here, and this low here. So we're making higher lows. I'd like to see us get to around $25, $27 by the end of the week. What day is it? It's Thursday, but we're trading over the weekend, so we've got the weekend to take into consideration as well. There is a DeFi protocol that I'm invested in, which I'll make a video on later on. I'll move down the time frame, see how that's looking. So I'll go on to the 4 hourly. So a little bit of people, a lot of people are in this big and they won't hear a bad word said against it, but you know, a picture paints 1,000 words, and that's not a pretty chart, is it? Whether you're invested in DRIP or not, that doesn't look good. Will it test the 38-cent support? I don't know. The developer keeps talking about all these things that are coming out, but he seems to talk a lot, and just, you know, let's see more action and less talk would be my mantra to the developer, because he promises the world but seems to not deliver. His focus appears to be elsewhere. But I will, like I said, I will make a video about DRIP later on today. My feelings and thoughts going forward. Well, my thoughts on DeFi in general, because I think it's a fairly murky world. It's a tricky one. I am still in DRIP. I'm still hydrating or compounding every day, but that's for another video. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up for now. I'm going to go to the gym and then I'm going to get back, and I will be making a video on DRIP today, HBAR and VeChain, and I will be getting back to all those comments that I said I would be doing yesterday. But schools were on strike yesterday. Took my son and a few of his friends bowling yesterday. So it was a fairly pleasant day. I was away from my computer for most of the day, and yeah, fairly exhausting. So I can't wait to get back to the gym and get back to work. Right, so I'll leave it for there. Wish you all a wonderful day. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing, dropping a like on the video to get me out to a wider audience. It really helps me out. And any comments or questions you may have, please leave them down below, and I will get back to you today, because I said I will, and I'm a man of my word. Okay, have a good day. Bye.